wonder if RVs are kind of in the same genre as sailboats when it comes to anchorages and parking.
It seems like it. They're like, they see one RV parked somewhere and they're like, that must be a good spot. I'm going to go park right beside them.
Like, I still don't understand.
There's nobody back here. There's 100 parking spaces and there's nobody else back here except us and one fisherman. Personally, I would have no issues if they parked beside us if all of the other spots were taken. Because we are in a spot that you could fit maybe 3 RVs. And we're kind of parked in the middle because we're the only people back there. But like every other parking spot all throughout that whole area that we're in
was empty.
Completely empty.
Yeah,
we
that
did a
was
loop
a weird
this morning.
thing.
And
was
so
very weird.
like that's the weird part. Like
So today we are demoing the entire nav desk area, but before we can demo anything back there, we need to figure out a place to put our tools and all the things we have here. So we're building shelves. But we already built the first one on the port side, and now we're going to build a second one on the starboard side, and then we're going to transfer all of these tools and all of these bins onto the middle of the boat, and then we'll be able to demo this. This is the weirdest position with my legs. There's no easy way to do this. This is so slippery. If I stand here, I'm not gonna be able to stand, so I have to prop myself.
So how's demo today? Super exciting and fun?
To be honest, I don't know. I feel a bit emotional about it today. I know we've been demoing for some time, but today it's like reality is sinking in. Like I stepped in the boat and I saw the empty galley, and I'm like, we just demoed our galley. It was such a beautiful galley. And I know that our new design is going to be nicer, and I know we're going to do better. And I know the whole boat is probably, not probably, the whole boat is definitely going to be better. But it's been our home for the past, 9 years. It's a bit sad.
Yeah, there's no turning back now.
There's no turning back. I'm really excited. No, I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited. Our baby girl is like a phoenix. She's dead now, but she's gonna rise up out of the ashes and become even stronger. So I'm removing the podcast station. Now the secret is out. What was inside of the unknown was our podcast station that we have on Patreon. And all of our old podcast equipment is going to be out for sale in the BINGE sale this week. So check it out if you're interested. We really liked it, but it was kind of big and bulky, and we're trying to consolidate it into smaller gear. So. Aha! Ow. I need like a tinier screwdriver. There we go. There's no way I'm going to take this out. This is supposed to be the simple part, and I can't even do that by myself. Then went to the hardware store in order to grab a ladder so that we can get in and out of the boat because we are removing the steps and the galley is pretty much gone, so we don't really have an easy way to get in the boat, so we're going to have a ladder in. While he's out picking up that ladder, I decided to take this out, which was supposed to be an easy process, but for some reason, it's kicking my ass. Ugh. Okay. One. can't take this out. I can't take the entire thing out. I think the most frustrating part is when I have something relatively easy to do and still I can't figure it out by myself. Like, I should be able to do this, and this is so disappointing. I need to be able to do things without Dan. I can't rely on Dan helping me for every single project that we do. It's hammer time. Next tool.
How's it going?
Frustrating. I can't get it out. I've tried everything. It's out. Couldn't do it by myself, as you guys can see. So, I know that I've been keeping a relatively positive spirit, especially in the videos, but for a while now I've been feeling quite drained, and a lot of things off camera and things that I don't really talk about have happened over the last couple of months that left me so overwhelmed and so lost and mentally exhausted. And between coping with my ADHD and the constant feeling of being so disappointed and so frustrated at myself for not being able to do something, like earlier today, I've started feeling like I'm drowning in negative thoughts, and it's becoming harder and harder to deal with this whirlwind of emotions. So I realized that I needed to find ways to heal mentally, and amongst a bunch of other things that I'm trying to stick with, I've also decided to start meditating. Full disclaimer, I've never been a meditator. My body and my brain can't stay still. That's probably a reason I should be meditating, but I just never found the planks in my motivational bridge to do it. Dan, on the other hand, has been meditating for years. I think 9 years ago, he downloaded this app called Headspace, which is an app filled with guided meditation and daily mental exercises. He uses it pretty much every day, and I could tell the days that he doesn't because his brain gets quite foggy. So after years of procrastinating, I've decided it was finally time to give it another try.
Welcome to Headspace on stress. Now, stress means something different to everybody.
So no matter what it is that's left you feeling overwhelmed right now, just take a moment to yourself to pause, undisturbed. Just begin by taking a big deep breath, breathing in through the nose.
When it comes to being mad at myself or frustrated at something I can't do, I should get a crown. It's so hard afterwards for me to shake out those emotions, and sometimes that feeling of anger or disappointment or frustration just stays for hours or days or sometimes weeks, that I just can't sleep because I'm thinking too much about that one thing that I did wrong. So ever since I started with Headspace, what I've been doing is whenever I feel like I'm going down this negative spiral, I just take like 3 to 5 minutes. I can't sit still for very long, so 5 minutes is enough for me. I open my app and I just breathe, not really focusing too much on each thought or giving them any weight. I just try to notice them going and flowing, and it's not easy. It took me a very long time to realize the importance of self-care, but I realized that I really need to start prioritizing my mental health. And with everything that we already do in life, it's important to take some time throughout the day, even if it's 1 minute, to just be in tune with yourself. So with that said, I want to thank Headspace for sponsoring this video and for motivating me to start taking better care of my mental health. Rather than waiting to the last minute, rather than needing to meditate to feel better, My goal is to practice on a daily basis so that those thoughts don't keep building up to the point where I feel too stressed or too overwhelmed. The reality is there's no right or wrong way to meditate, but if you do want to give Headspace a try and you want to find out how it can be helpful to you, there are tons of different styles and types of sessions on the app that you'll definitely find something that will work for you. If you use our link in the description below, they have a special 60-day free trial if you sign up within the next 15 days. So check it out, and whatever you do for self-care, just remember that being hard on yourself on a daily basis is just not healthy. Take it from me, it's exhausting. Just like exercising your body, take the time every day to exercise your mind and be kinder to yourself, because it's worth it. We only have one body and one mind, so why not take care of it? On that note, I will sit here a little while longer and enjoy this beautiful scenery and just take some time to breathe.
And just taking some nice big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth.
Well, we're building a passerelle.
Tired of jumping on and off the boat?
Yeah. I mean, we built a passerelle before, but it was too short, so we turned it into a table. And so we finally went to a hardware store, got longer pieces of wood, and we figured today we're going to build a proper passerelle. Not just any passerelle, the best passerelle.
Yeah, we figured since we're going to be jumping on and off the back of the boat for the foreseeable future, we shouldn't jump, we should walk. So we got some cheap, like kind of thin pine, like laminate, but now we're going to fiberglass it. And then we're going to cover it in bilge paint because we have some leftovers and we want to see if it's still good. And then we're going to put kiwi grip on it so we have traction, which is overkill, but we want to test it because we've been carrying it around for 5 years and we want to make sure it's still good. Because if it is still good, then we can use it to touch up all the kiwi grip on deck because it's already color matched, because it's the same kiwi grip that we applied in Norfolk. So this is like a test platform.
Yeah, but we're going to be using this test platform for a long time, so might as well make it beefy.
Heck yeah.
We're going to call it the Hefty Passerelle. Should we cut like...
The straw that I had on the pump is too short. So we need to find something that we can measure the amount of epoxy and hardener in. You mix it at a 5-to-1 ratio. And a cap for WD-40 is like the only thing we have on the boat that's a vessel. So we're going to be measuring with WD-40 caps today. We'll do better tomorrow. 1, 7, 15. Mwahaha! 15 caps of resin. Since we're going to do that again, we're going to use my other WD-40 cap for the hardener because it does have a pump. I have no idea like if this stuff is even good still. 5-to-1, so 3 of these?
3 of these.
When's the last time we did a fiberglass project? That's why we're starting with a bullshit project, so that we can make mistakes. Like this slow hardener that's probably going to kick way faster than we can brush it. All right, Keegan, we can start brushing this. All right.
Super. And now we wait.
Well, this turned out really well. It's like pretty lightweight, super solid.
our 5-year-old fiberglass and epoxy seem to do just fine. So we'll set this aside for this morning while we finish demoing the nav desk area, hopefully pull the water maker, get rid of the companionway steps, and then this afternoon we'll like clean this up a little bit and put some paint on it. But I'm pretty happy with that. Probably the nicest passerelle in the whole marine. No, that's not true. there's either like a piece of plywood or like a 2x12, or it's like a stainless steel teak hydraulic passerelle. There's not much in between. So.
Alright guys, I'm going to try to be a little bit nicer to myself today. But this is coming out. Then went to grab something from the storage, and while he's gone, I'm gonna try to take this part out. See if I can make it. I'll try not to get mad at myself if I can't. So that's that. How many holes are there?
Well, one of the last pieces of equipment that we haven't uninstalled yet is the water maker. It's probably one of the most recent boat projects that we did. And that was Norway, Christmas 2021, I think. We've been hanging on to it because it's a complicated install, and we weren't sure if we were going to be modifying this space too much, but turns out we are. And which means that the water maker, which we pickled a little while ago, has to come out. But we're gonna try to take it out without dumping all of the nice briny pickly water that's inside of it, so that we can not trash our membranes, because those are pretty expensive and we don't want to have to replace those. So we're gonna surgically be removing it. Hopefully it's not gonna lose too much water, and then we'll be able to store it off the boat while we continue to demo all of this area. I don't need this though. We are not demoing the water maker. Generally speaking, I loved the setup though. This install was awesome. I love everything about it, except the water maker is not going to be installed here in the new design. So it has to come out. There's another one in here. What the fuck are you doing in here? Desk charger. These are the little feed pipes that come out of the water maker and into our tanks. And so I just cut some pieces off to squooge them together to create watertight plugs, so we can just swap out the hoses in there for these, and then it won't leak when we take it out, hopefully. Super. I'm an idiot. Do you know what I have? So I made this ratchet with some tape and a screwdriver bit, And I was like, I don't remember doing this when I installed it. Come with me. I bought this specifically to install that water maker. Look at that. Maybe. There it is. Came out easily enough. Didn't even lose that much liquid. So all of that pickling that we did, all of the chemical water that's in here that's keeping the membranes from growing bacteria is intact, which is really good. So yeah, this is gonna go in storage, and then we'll keep ripping apart all those little bits. This one, you gotta take those two off. You might be able to wiggle this off. If not, you're gonna have to cut it underneath, and then get the side cutters and snip that wire core.
In a box it goes. Nice. I don't know what you're complaining about. Lots of space in there.
No, did you lose all of your...
All of my hard work.
I can't.
There we go.
Nice.
My back hurts.
It's called editor's back.
Editor's back.
What position do you normally edit in?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I need to stretch more. Alright guys, so we are definitely keeping our electric motor where it is. We're not moving it. But in order to remove this piece of plywood, we have to remove the motor controller that's on it. So it's gonna take a bit of effort, but I think we can do this.
So our bilge paint is also from 5 years old. So we're going to test it on the passerelle. Sounds good.
Oh, it's fine. It's great. Well, the passerelle is painted. Earlier it then sanded both surfaces, and then we just painted it with bilge paint, so it's not going anywhere. But we're not done because just the paint is just, it's gonna make it last, but it's gonna make it slippery. So we're going to, oh, we're here. We're going to let it dry, and then tomorrow we'll come back and put some kiwi grip on it so that it's extra grippy. The fumes are pretty intense.
Bilge paint.
So how are we gonna get out of here?
Rock climb.
No.
Push the ladder.
Don't touch the ladder! Okay. Haha. Success.
Just take a moment to settle yourself, eyes open, and when you're ready, just taking some nice big deep breaths.